What's going on, people? I'm back. This is DJ coming at you with another video. Today is the 2nd, I believe, December 2nd, 2022. We're at the end of the year. So it's time for me to continue churning out content, prepare for year's end, post content next year. But before we get to that point, I have to finish this training block for this Sheiko. So what I'm doing today is I'm doing the last day of Sheiko. This is week 4 of, I think, what is it, number 29 of the program. So I have to do squats and bench. I'm gonna go get something to eat before I go there. It's like 1:30 now almost. I wanted to leave out earlier again, but I was doing some work stuff. I had to upload some things, and I wanted to wait for it to be completely finished. Upload, render videos. I wanted to wait for all that to be complete before I left out, so I got it there. It got to like 80-something%. So after that happens, now when I send it to the client, I can just have it ready, send them the link, and then they can do whatever they want with it. So that's kind of where I was with the work in. Now I have to do this work in the gym. And I was debating on what I wanted to do after this training block. I've been kind of back and forth. I was looking at some of those video clips. I'm looking kind of chunky. I'm not as chunky as I once was, but I'm still on the bigger side. So I'm thinking I may do like a thing where I stop eating my favorite foods. We'll see. Typically, I wouldn't try to do a cut in kind of like winter time. Usually I would try to do that like towards kind of when it starts getting warmer, like in March, and then kind of try to lean up a little bit and then be ready for June, July, and August. But I may just try to drop some LBs, and also I'm gonna work on my weaknesses, which for me right now are squat, bench, and deadlift. Mainly bench and squat, in my opinion. I didn't really lift that much as far as like deadlifts goes, but I feel confident in the ability to be able to lift the weight that I'm trying to lift. So yeah, I think I will run another program eventually. It's probably going to be in January sometime. I'll hold out on it for a little bit. I'm going to go in here and then just work out for fun, kind of do more specificity style training, and just get back to doing like volume heavy stuff and try to see where I can go from there, like dumbbell training. I was doing a lot of that stuff anyway, but just do more of it and see where it can take me. Eventually I'm gonna go back and probably do a Sheiko training routine again. That's the one thing I was debating about it, because someone was telling me I should try to do something else. Like, yeah, you should try to do this program, or just tweak it a little bit, as I talked about before, and then just have a program that's catering to your bench or your squat more than anything else. So that's kind of what my goal is. So I'm gonna try to work on those things and see where it takes me. Today is not that bad. I think I only go up to like 330, 335 for, I think it's like 5 sets of 3. That's kind of how the program usually ends. That's what it was with the deadlifts. And I think it's only one thing first. I squat and then I bench and I do the accessories, and then that's pretty much over. So, yeah. It's not really much planned for the weekend. I'm gonna do some more work, edit some more videos for you guys and for some clients, and do some events. That's pretty much it. Like, my weekends are usually pretty much free. I may start working out on weekends again for like these next couple of weeks, off weeks. Because what I'm thinking is any program that I start will probably start in January. Like, as far as like the powerlifting and stuff, just start like at the first week of January and then just kind of go from there. But there'll still be training happening. It just won't be as intensive. And the one thing I noticed is like me recording, it started to become a killer like a memory killer, because I would record on my DSLR or mirrorless, and I would always look up, like, damn, it's like 60 gigs, because I would record the entire session. So there's going to be some tweaks made to that. Those videos are going to be raw videos, so when you see them and you say, damn, that video is like 40 minutes long, or it's like 50 minutes long, that's why I'm not really going to edit too much. There's one video in particular I'll have to edit, do voiceover for it, because something happened with my microphone, and I'll kind of explain that later on. But I'm just gonna show the workouts. I'm doing this to document things, so show the workouts, show everything I did, and kind of go from there. And I noticed at the end of the training block, I stopped recording all of my sets for sets for society. I don't really need to record all of these sets. It has me doing like 5 sets of push-ups. I don't need to record it. But from an angle standpoint, I thought it made sense, but I just like, this is overkill. So I stopped doing it this last week. I recorded like 2 sets, and it was like, okay. I mean, I think people get the idea. Same thing with my cardio. When I do cardio, people know I do cardio. So I don't need to record me on an elliptical or any of that stuff for the session, for you to know what it is. I'm also going to start trying to shoot some baskets as well. I've always had my basketball and stuff. One thing I try to do, and it's part of the reason why I chose my training the way I did, because I knew that a lot of things were happening, especially at my gym, where the gyms would be occupied. There's a lot of kids in there, a lot of stuff happening, so I knew I wouldn't be able to train or work out the way I would like to, especially from a basketball standpoint. So I just was like, okay, well, if I come here early, then I can get this in, but if not, I just have to kind of go with what I have and then just go from there. So I didn't really push the issue and then try to go in there and get workouts in basketball. And plus, I felt it would hurt my strength training if I were to do so, because I would probably do that before and not after. So, but anyway, that's pretty much it. We're gonna go get me some food now. Chicken sandwiches always. I'm probably gonna have to do away with the chicken sandwiches. It's gonna be a horrible thing. I may have to switch to grilled and not fried for a lot of stuff. Baked potatoes and stuff like that. And I'll still eat food. I just won't eat it as much. And I say food, I mean like food that most people consider bad. So it'll be a lot of Tupperware containers, me prepping food, which I'm kind of used to at this point, and kind of going from there. So what I'm gonna do is I'll do that. I'll check back in with you guys when I get to my destination, show you what I have, we'll eat that, and then we'll go to the gym and get it in. See you in a few. Y'all know where I'm at. Let's go, baby. All right, guys, I got my food, got my snackage. I'm ready to go. I'm not even gonna stop. I'm gonna do this on the go. So I'm gonna just eat my chicken sandwich in here, a couple fries, and then by the time I get to the gym, I'll kind of have it digested and be ready to go. See you guys at the gym. All right, guys, waiting for now. I just started looking at my program and what I have to do. I basically have to do squats up to 80%, 6 sets instead of 5 of 330, so 6 sets of 3. Then I have to do bench for a 2x2 of 183, which I'll probably do 185. Then I have to go down to 170 and do that. It's basically like a pyramid up and down. So pyramid up to 180, go down to 170, and then drop all the way back down to where I started. So pyramid up and down. So the most important thing with this is the sets. So I'm gonna do all the sets possible. So I gotta do, what is it? It's 18. Looks like 14 sets. 14 sets of bench. All of it, the most difficult part is gonna be the 180 for the 2x2, which I think I can handle. So yeah, gonna get into it. We're gonna start off with the squats, 205 warm up, 249, 291, 332. Pretty straightforward. I also have on my, show you guys this. I have on my other SBDs. They're kind of rugged. I really haven't worn these things but a handful of times, but I have these, and I also have my stairs in my bag here. I'm also going to use this thing, roll it out. But I also have my belt, knee sleeves, and what else do I have in here? I have, I think, water. I should have brought my water. I had water in the car, but I didn't know about these sleeves here. These are like the bigger ones. Depending on how it goes and how I feel after I put these on, if they get too tight, I'll probably switch them over, but I'm probably just gonna rough it out and then just go with these since I have them on already. But let's get into it. For me, I definitely understand I'm probably overdoing it because usually when I warm up, I do the bar, 135, 225, then I go into whatever warm-up sets. When he says 205, I usually just do 225, and I go up to 250, and then go up to 291, and then 330, as opposed to doing, about this, I think this time around, I'll just do the 205. So I'll just put 35 on the rest of the 45, and then do the sets as prescribed. So next set, 205 for 5, I think, and then kind of follow the program as it goes. Now to start the test, getting these knee sleeves on, these knees. Okay. My whole strategy is get it up here to where my socks are, and roll it up. Then pull it up. Now if I need to get it over my quads more, just up a little more, flip it down. On. Mistaken did the wrong weight, so I'm gonna do the 149 or 250, I should say, for a set of 4. That's what I did. I only had a 35 and a 2.5 on it, so It was some pounders off, so retake. Now I have to do 291 for 3 sets of 2. So this is going to be the first set of that. And then after that, we go up to 330. That was first set of 6 of, 330. Felt pretty good. And one thing I'm trying to put emphasis on is hitting depth. I'm gonna look at the footage and then see what it looked like on that one. Felt pretty good though, but I know as the fatigue started to kick in, it's probably gonna get worse and worse, but we're just gonna power through and try to have the best form possible and do these last sets every whip like I'm doing my last, so that's the plan. After this I'd have to do a bunch of accessories, so I was just looking at it and I saw like a Egyptian scroll of tasks that I have to do. I have to do good mornings, sitting, I have to do abs, I have to do dips, and I also have to do dumbbell flies, which dumbbell flies I always do, so I'm not surprised there. So after I finish bench press, I have to kind of go through all that stuff and wrap it up, but I think it'll be good though. The good morning sitting, I haven't done those in a while. And I mean, like during this block, I just did standing, but I'm gonna try sitting, see what that feels like. I'm guessing I would have to use I was gonna try to use like the sitting shoulder press, but it's kind of like, I don't know, let me show you. If you look at the sitting shoulder press over there, which is right there, it has like those metal rods. So I'm pretty sure I can't use that. So I may just use like a bench, like the one I'm sitting on right now, just use that and then just try to get through it. But we're gonna rest up for another minute, and then we're gonna go in and try to do the second set. Try to execute the same way I did on the previous ones. And it's funny because like doing all of these volume and all of this stuff has gotten me really comfortable at squatting again, so we're just gonna continue to build on that and try to get my total up higher. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. All right, next step. I'm gonna go do bike for something now, a little bit. Probably about 30 minutes. My feet are killing me too. Yeah. 25. I think it's like a couple hundred calories. 234. Probably 100 lights. Alright. That's a wrap for today's workout. I might just bounce out there right now. I'll probably see you guys on Monday at the earliest. I'm not gonna work out on the weekend. There's some stuff going on, so I'm gonna take those rest days, come back in next week, deload week. So got the deload week. Peace.